Just because you live in an RV or spend a lot of time in your RV doesn't mean that your dinners and cocktails have to be ordinary. When the weekend comes, Ryan and I really like to make some awesome craft cocktails, and then he whips up dinner on the Blackstone and we pair it with one of the wines that we've picked up locally. So in this video is our homage to Texas, since we're getting ready to leave Texas. And I'm going to start this session making a whiskey smash for our little pre-dinner cocktail. And Ryan is going to make turkey teriyaki rice bowls on the Blackstone Griddle. And we're going to pair it with a Chardonnay that we picked up at Bell Springs Winery earlier this month. So stay tuned and we'll get into it. This whiskey smash recipe I found on Pinterest, and it's from a website called Thy Campus. I don't know where it originally came from, but that's where I got the recipe from. This is our homage to Texas, so we're using this Texas bourbon that we got. It's called Rumble. It's from Balcones in Waco. And it's really, really a nice, it says wildflower, honey, turbinado sugar, and mission fig spirit. So it's got a really interesting flavor to it, so I thought it would make a really good cocktail. The tools that you're going to need for this recipe are a muddler, a very simple muddler. This is just a cheapo one, and a cocktail shaker. And then I made up some simple syrup ahead of time. This is just 1 part sugar to 1 part water. That's simple syrup. And I have my 2 ounces of bourbon. I have 1/2 of a lemon. This is enough for 2 cocktails. 1/2 of a lemon cut into 6 pieces. And I have 2 ounces of that simple syrup. And I always top mine with a little seltzer because I like it a little bubbly. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take these, oh, I forgot to say, these are mint leaves. I have 10 mint leaves here for 2 cocktails. I'm going to throw those in the shaker along with these 6 pieces of lemon. And I'm going to take the muddler and kind of muddle that down to get the oils and juices to come out from the spearmint. So I've completed muddling the mint and the lemon, and I'm going to add the 2 ounces of simple syrup, and I'm going to add in the 4 ounces of bourbon, and I'm going to add ice to my shaker. This is kind of similar to mint julep that you would make around the Kentucky Derby time. I think you got more than I did.
That's all right.
Lucky you. So then I'm just going to top it up with a little bit of seltzer just to make it bubbly. It'll also weaken it a little bit, which, whether that's good or bad, I don't know. And then garnish with another mint leaf. And there is your whiskey smash. Cheers. That's really delicious.
As Chris said, part of my role tonight is going to be to prepare the turkey teriyaki rice bowl. Now we had rice last night, so today we're going to go with some noodles instead of rice. Right now I'm going to be just preparing the actual teriyaki sauce before the turkey on the grill. So what we have here is we have a 1/4 cup of water. The recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar and brown sugar. We found that to be a little sweet last time, so we've cut it down to a tablespoon of each. We have a 1/2 cup of soy sauce.
We like to use tamari.
Tamari is really good stuff. Over here we have prepared the red wine vinegar. There's 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar in there. It called for minced garlic, but we really like to use Thai chili sauce in place of that. It kind of spices things up a little bit. So we do like that. And there's about 2 tablespoons of the Thai chili sauce. And over here, it has the ground ginger. Now, this isn't ground ginger, this is actual ginger, but it calls for ground. We, again, like a little bit more freshness for the ground ginger using real ginger. So we've put about a teaspoon of that in there. So we're going to combine all of that in the bowl. We'll be doing a little bit of a reduction with that. And then we'll be ready to use the Blackstone for the actual turkey portion of this. And we'll kind of show how it all comes together.
Here's what the pre-dinner cocktail situation looks like.
Cheers.
We're really looking forward to our teriyaki turkey rice bowls coming up. And we're kind of packed up here because we're leaving tomorrow. But we like to enjoy every last minute of our camping experiences.
At this point, we're going to start making our teriyaki sauce. We have everything prepared here. I'm going to add it to our saucepan, light it up, and then we'll get things rolling here. I do have a little slurry of cornstarch and water. This is going to be added a little bit later to thicken things up as we go. Over here, we've pre-prepped the saucepan for the noodles. Again, as we're not having the rice, we're going to do noodles tonight, and we're doing the Thai noodles. So we're going to have those ready to go. It's the soy sauce. Now we have our rice wine vinegar and our chili paste, Thai chili paste, along with the ginger. We're going to add our sugar, and then we're going to boil that down so the sugar's dissolved. My favorite part of the evening is cooking on the 22-inch Blackstone Griddle. This is a dual burner. Love it just because I've got the hood on it. We've got two burners. I can cook some of the food on one side, some on the other, and then I'm going to bring them all together. So what we have here for tonight's meal, we've got the turkey Thai noodle recipe that we're going to be doing. I've got the turkey. I put a little bit of the Thai chili sauce on that. We got pea pods, onions, and carrots. I'm going to put it all together, throw it on the grill, and we'll see how it comes. I love the griddle because it cooks so much faster than a regular grill. So the dual burner Blackstone has been awesome for cooking food. We can get those nice and opaque. Then we're going to start to throw on the pea pods, carrots. Then we're going to throw on the turkey on the other side, bring it all together, take it inside, and we'll show you what comes out. A little bit of oil for the turkey as it comes on. Spread out. I got my long Blackstone spatula. I've got my chopper. I'm kind of just mixing up that garlic in there, flipping it over, getting it all chopped up nice and ready to go. We'll throw on the carrots and pea pods here. Get those mixed in. Maybe just a little bit more avocado oil. So even though we're camping, we love to cook fresh foods. And this is as good as it gets. Fresh veggies, we got some turkey. We're going to put it all together. Have a great meal with some wine tonight. Tinfoil is because it's windy in Texas. And tonight it's really nice. But usually the winds are blowing so hard, so I might have tinfoil over here, on the back. It just depends on where the winds are coming from. That was a hint from a friend of ours on the road. So I'm just going to start to incorporate everything. It's all cooking well. And Chris likes to have the pea pods a little bit softer, so I'm just going to move them around a little bit. Just to get a little bit more on the burner. Get them a little more tender. Not crispy. But yet not soft. Just right. I'm going to start scooping this in there. This big spatula makes things really easy. Just kind of scrape it all against the side. We're good to go. So the next step here is we've got our sauce made. We've got our turkey, pea pods, onions ready to go here, carrots. We're going to put them in the sauce. Then what we're going to do is put it back on the burner for just a couple minutes, kind of warm things back up. Everything's on the stove, ready to go. We've threw the noodles in everything, turkey, teriyaki sauce, it's all in there. So we're gonna light things up here.
So we've chosen tonight this Bell Springs Chardonnay. If you haven't seen our video of visiting Bell Springs, we'll link it right here. But this is a great Chardonnay. It's unoaked, and we think it'll be a good pairing for this dish tonight. So we'll see. We like to drink local, and this is our last day in Texas for the winter, so we thought this would be appropriate for our Texas night. We'll see how this goes.
Amazing. The work is paid off.
This is actually a really nice pairing. I thought we would be better off with something a little bit sweeter, but the dryness of this kind of counterbalances the hot in this dish. So it's really delicious.
Thanks for joining us. We're going to enjoy our dinner. Give us a thumbs up. Stay tuned. In another 2 weeks, we're going to have another recipe that we'll be performing on the Blackstone Griddle.